Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to episode 2 of my world tour, or Locals to Legends as I like to call it. Hitting up Sligo first in a 4v4 timed match, and I also have to announce that over the course of the weekend, over the next 3 days, I'm going to be releasing one video per day on the world tour mode. What happened was Jonathan came over from the Ultimate FIFA Adventures, and we played a very similar style in that we recorded ourselves playing the national finals online. So you get to see how that went out and all the reactions that go with it. Back to the match at hand here, you see Hitboy almost made the headlines for the very wrong reasons by smashing it off his own post. Thankfully got away with it, but the AI was all over me, I have to say, until just before half time Jonathan gets a shot, unfortunately missed. Into the second half, we have a few more chances, but I tell you, I was defending for most of it and trying to keep it basic, trying to get a few beats together at the same time, but just wasn't getting the break until this moment where Jonathan takes it around the keeper, off the keeper, and knocks it home. AI decides enough was enough, slots it home nice and easy, wasn't going to mess around with skill moves, anything like that, and then it was all up to me once again into extra time, and I managed to slot it home, again not messing around, just doing the basics, putting it into the bottom corner and taking the win. This is a really nice touch that I like from the World Tour, that you can take a captain from some other team that you've played against and use them in your own team. Now in the end I decided that I was happy enough with the squad that I had. I still had the extra player slot to play around with, but I was happy enough with the guys so far. And what I do like as well is even the players you don't play, your reserves and things like that, they're still levelling up as you go, possibly not as quickly, but at least they're getting the experience points and they are getting up through the levels so that you can bring them in at a later point even if you haven't been using them up to that point. Went into the national finals in Dublin, decided to try it online and see how I get on. First match, guy was keeping it pretty basic I have to say, and it was nearly working for him. A couple of shots off the post. I was trying to mix a few skill moves in now and again, but the end result was usually a bit poor to say the least. Once again I managed to get a bit of a break, and O'Byrne, Mark, decides that he's finally going to try and get his worth. This was a ridiculous bit of defending. I mean, I knew he was going for skill moves and air beats and things like that, considering the amount of locked moves that were coming up at the bottom of the screen, and they just weren't pulling off. I was delighted, I have to say, that he missed that opportunity there, because he was trying to just pass it across, which is one of those things that you're seeing, and I know I straight away come back with a chance of my own in which I get the sweatpants on and try it myself, but it didn't work out. That move there is one part of FIFA Street that I am finding, is that I'll do a nice move or two, get past a few players, and then at the very end just screw it up. Not my finest goal there at the end, but 2-0, a win is a win. Sometimes you gotta do it, but at the same time I was entertaining throughout the match, just the end result wasn't there, so sometimes you just gotta take the goals at the same time. Into the semi-final, an 83 rated opposition, and this guy loved flicking the stick. I mean, this is the very start of the match, and look at the amount of locked skill moves that are coming up and the amount of work he's putting in. This is how I see skill montages and things like that go online. This is how I imagine they are anyway, with the person on the other end just waggling the stick back and forth and seeing what comes out. In this circumstance he didn't have enough moves unlocked to do so, but I have to say I was really disappointed by defence throughout this match. I mean, I knew he was going for all these locked moves, and yet still he was just walking through basically, and he finds himself 2-0 up. I was keeping things basic. Derek popping up once again, misses. Vic then slots home the rebound, I should say, and I had a chance later on as well. Coming into the closing seconds, I once again have a chance. Keeper saves the first one, 1 second left off the post, and no time for a rebound. I was sickened by this result. I really thought I had it in me to get it, and I should have finished it off the end, but no dice unfortunately. As you can see, it was 10 beats to 9, so close in that regard. He had one player that he was focusing on, who obviously had a couple of more skill moves unlocked. So unfortunately another tournament ends in disaster, ends in disappointment, but I decided to pick myself up into the national tour, so UK and Ireland unlocked for me, stage 2, so progressing, and decided I'd go back to Dublin and finish off the event that was there, which at the time was the last man standing 4-on-4. Decided to throw out a few of the subscribers. As you can see there, it's Hunt, Adams, Trainer and Aaron the Owner. So look at that hit from Trainer. Mikey T taking no nonsense, puts him straight into a wall, and then Adams gets to finish off the first goal. For some reason then it got rid of Owner off the team, so I don't understand that. And the AI once again has those iffy moments where it just decides to miss open goals. Mikey T finishing it off there before the AI decides to finish one off. The AI is a difficult one to judge in FIFA Street. I mean, there's times when it's really clinical or can get every rub of the green and bounce and roll of the ball, and then there's other times where it'll have an open goal and will just miss progressively. I mean, look at those 2 chances should have been finished nice and easily, and then, you know, after me messing around a bit, taking it past one, trying to take it past another, AI has no nonsense and just finishes it from 3/4 of the pitch away. So into the one-on-one, the dream situation for FIFA Street. This is what you want, and look at that, a nice little fake back, puts it in, and that's how it finishes up. So over the course of the weekend, I'm going to have 3 videos as well, all World Tour related, but it's going to be myself and Jonathan against people online. You'll see how the tournament progressed for us, kind of the ultimate FIFA adventure style, but it's going to be a full match rather than just the highlights and cutting back and forth, because there was a bit of chat and the pitches are so small and there's so many opportunities that there's good footage throughout, or at least so I hope. So I hope you stay tuned to that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks very much for watching and for your continued support.